Buckeye continues to have a strong financial outlook and will focus on solid long-term financial planning and that our residents are receiving the services they expect now and in the future. For the last several months, each city department has been preparing its budget. This includes requests for specific projects and any additional staff needed to continue providing quality service to you, our residents. On May 16th, the Buckeye City Council approved the adoption of the city's $565 million tentative budget for fiscal year 2023-2024. Based on input from Council, the budget aligns with the city's strategic plan goals, which include fiscal responsibility, economic growth, innovative and high-performing organization, a safe and sustainable quality of life, and infrastructure. The adoption of the final budget is scheduled for June 6th at the regularly scheduled City Council meeting. We invite you to provide written comments on either the tentative or final budget by filling out the comment form at buckeyeaz.gov/budgetcomments. Key budgeting practices. The strategy for this year's budget is to use conservative revenue estimates, ensure ongoing expenses are paid with ongoing revenues, invest in the future with a fully funded 5-year capital improvement program, maintain a solid balance in general fund, HERF, and enterprise funds, and keeping the property tax at its current amount. Funding the operation of the city in capital projects requires income from a variety of sources such as sales taxes, license and permit fees, property taxes, state shared revenues, bonds, and grants. Our general fund revenues are the largest sources of city income and are up 15% over the last year, thanks in part to significant increases in retail and business relocations. Some of the key sources for the city's general fund include $85 million from sales tax, $48 million in state shared revenues, that's the city's portion of state income tax, state sales tax, and vehicle license fees, $19 million in building permit fees, $13 million in primary property taxes. The city's proposed primary property tax rate is $1.65 per 100 of net taxable value. Expenditures overview. Buckeye's annual budget begins on July 1st of each year and runs through June 30th of the following year. Buckeye's overall city budget for fiscal year 2023-2024 is $565 million. This includes approximately $280 million for capital projects like street and utility improvements, $106 million for personnel with 799 employees, $103 million to meet operating expenses, and $56 million in contingency funds. Capital outlay. Investing in the city's infrastructure is critical to our future. The majority of funding for the non-utility CIP projects will come primarily from the city's general fund and align with City Council's priorities. A few examples of the 65 total capital projects in this year's budget include $16.5 million for Jackrabbit Trail improvements from Thomas to McDowell Roads, $11.5 million for the Blue Horizons Fire Station, $11.5 million for a new police communication center, $11 million for Rooks Road Bridge over the Buckeye Irrigation District Canal, $4.2 million for a communications tower, $4 million for Buckeye Airport improvements, and $2.3 million for the North Zone Community Park. Several water and wastewater CIP projects will keep moving Buckeye forward in diversifying our water portfolio. Funding for these projects will come from bonds, reserves, impact fees, and the general fund, including $20.3 million for the Fairlawn Water Campus, $11.5 million for new wells, $9.5 million to replace or upgrade water lines, $7.7 million for improvements to reclamation facilities in Sundance, Tartesso, and Festival, and $3.5 million to improve wastewater treatment plant facilities. To keep up with the demand of necessary projects, the city will be asking voters to approve a general obligation bond in November of 2024. Bonds are approved by voters and used to finance a variety of infrastructure projects such as streets, parks, libraries, and police and fire stations. This process will require extensive public outreach, the formation of a bond commission, and council approval for the initiative to be on the ballot. Be on the lookout for more information coming this fall. Buckeye will continue to stay on strong financial ground with a balanced budget that meets policy and complies with City Council goals. Our objective is to continue improving services to our residents, enhancing and maintaining the city's infrastructure, while ensuring fiscal wellness and accountability to you, our residents. We'd love your input in this year's budget. You can ask questions and provide your comments on either the tentative or final budget by filling out the form online at buckeyeaz.gov/budgetcomments. Thank you.